It is officially a moist Monday.
Ooh. Wow, that is pretty good.
Yeah, no, I thought I made them way too strong, but no, it's solid.
That's the scary part about whiskey sours is it probably is way too strong.
Probably, yeah.
Good thing they're tiny.
Do you know like a real whiskey sour has like egg whites and stuff in it?
What?
I've only had a real whiskey sour once, and
Where were you? New Zealand?
No, I think it was a fancier bar in Portland.
And they put egg in it?
That's like the official way to like make it, but no one does it because everyone else just uses whiskey and sour mix, and it's way better.
Yeah, how did it taste with the egg in it?
It's like a weird frothy on top. It's not preferable.
Weird.
To me at least, yeah.
Well, that's because we're used to the cheap ass easy sour mix,
Which
tastes great.
yeah, like I don't need anything better than this for a moist Monday.
Dude, I played our intro for my brother because I was like, "Hey, we're starting a podcast. Here's our intro music," and he goes, "I like how the ukulele's out of time." That's what he and I was like, "Yeah, but it's part of the charm, right?" And he goes, "Sure,"
because he's such a good technical musician.
I was like, "Well, just wait for the saxophone to come in." And he's like, "A saxophone doesn't sound like that." No, he didn't say that, but what a cool intro
I love it.
that we wrote ourselves. So
What, like 6 years ago?
yeah, we wrote that a long time ago. Dude, okay, so I feel like really professional today.
Okay.
I feel like I'm actually like in therapy because I brought a notebook today. I bring a notebook every time, but it's usually across the room, and so it's like, why did I bring it? But today I brought it and I prepared.
Okay.
I prepared, dude.
Hit me with it.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, dude. So, okay, this is the first one.
Okay.
I don't know if this has ever happened to you, but this happened to me a couple days ago, and it really pisses me off.
Okay.
Okay, so I was like coming home. It was late at night, and I was hungry. I hadn't had dinner yet, and I was like, "What's open? McDonald's is open."
Sure.
I get there. It's 10:50. They close at 11.
Yeah.
There's cars in the drive-thru. A car in front of me orders, goes. I get to the where you order.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody.
Oh.
And I go, "Hello." Nobody.
Are the lights on?
Yeah, it's not 11 o'clock yet.
Fuck.
It's like 10:52. They close at 11. No, I literally sat in front of that thing till 11 o'clock, and they never said hello. And then it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
Because like I've gone around that time, and usually they'll be like, "Sorry, we're closed."
They didn't even say anything.
Was there any cars behind you?
There were cars behind me, so I like sit there, and then I was like, that's fucked up. Because the car in front of me got food,
Yeah.
and there was a line. Like, what? It wasn't 11 yet.
I mean, yeah. I guess I don't know what their like policy is. Like, are you supposed to clear out the line, or is it a hard cut?
Even
Even if it is a hard cut, they didn't do it.
No, because it was before the time, and I was like pissed off. And then I had to go home and have pizza rolls and cottage cheese, which was a decent meal.
I mean, like as healthy as McDonald's.
Yeah, but I wanted a Shamrock
Shamrock
Shake
Shake is back,
and
buddy.
a McDouble and a McChicken and a small fry for $8. Like, that's what I wanted. I was in the mood for that.
Yeah.
And dude, that's happened to me multiple times.
Do you know once you stole my car for a Shamrock Shake?
What?
Yeah. We were hanging out with friends, and I was hanging out with the girl that I liked at the time.
I remember this.
Yes, and you and everybody else, somehow you got my keys. I don't remember giving it to you. Took it and then drove off and left me and her together.
At Walmart. You guys were at Walmart.
It was a parking lot. I know that, yeah. And
I'm
that's
pretty sure it was Walmart.
And that's how I got a prom date.
Because I left you guys alone?
Yeah, because we sat in the car.
Did I at least bring you back a Shamrock Shake?
No, you did not.
Oh, that's fucked up. I stole your car and didn't get you a treat. But you got a prom date, so...
Yeah, and that didn't work out well.
You want to talk about that?
I feel like we'll do a prom-themed episode
Yeah,
later.
that's true. But I feel like there's some unresolved trauma there that I can hear it in your voice. I can see it in your eyes. The listeners at home can't see his face, but he's crying.
I'm a real silent crier.
Yeah, you are.
It's all
but
visual.
It's right. It's flowing, dude. That mascara's dripping. He's wearing mascara too. There was one time I was in the drive-thru, and it wasn't even closing time, and then they shut all the lights off. And I was just at the thing, and it just boom. And I was like, okay. And so I just, dude, that was the most awkward part. I like pulled up, and they didn't say anything, and I was like, hello. Like I leaned out of my car, and then I like waited a little bit, and like, hello. Like maybe they didn't know I was there. No, they just completely like, ghosted me.
God, there was one time I remember it was probably at a McDonald's, and I ordered, and then I went up to the first window, and I gave them my card, and they're like, it's declined, it doesn't work. And I was just like, what do we do now? And they're like, well, we already made it. So I just got free food that day.
They just actually gave it to you?
Yeah, because it's just like, do we just throw it away, or can we at least give it to this person?
They were probably like, we feel bad for him. His car got declined. He's getting fast food. He's crying. It's raining outside.
The mascara's running.
Do you remember what you ordered or where you were?
I'm sure if it was McDonald's, it's always 2 McDoubles, ketchup only.
It's weird that you get ketchup only.
Like, I like toppings, but I don't like their toppings.
Yeah, it's something about the McDonald's onion.
I see, that's my least favorite, because also if they accidentally leave it on, you have to like scrape it off with a knife because it's all like
eat it.
Cubed.
Well, yeah, I eat it.
I don't like it.
Whatever. You know what's crazy? I sent you this photo earlier today.
Yeah.
But it came up in my time hop. Moist Monday 2 years ago. I don't know if that's the official, like 2 years ago today of filming of this, but I don't know if that's the official first Moist Monday, but it's crazy. We've been
doing it for years.
Doing Moist Monday for years, and now it's a podcast.
It's got to be 2 or 3 years old. Like it couldn't be any more.
This also came up in my time hop. Mm-hmm. We were Facebook friends 2 years ago today as well. So I'm guessing that Moist Monday was one of the first.
Oh, that has to be it then.
That's crazy.
That's wild, yeah.
And people are like, you guys have been friends your entire life.
Not.
Backstory. But
we've been friends since we were kids.
Yeah, but
there was an ellipses, or what it...
A breakup? What's an ellipses?
Isn't that like where it's like... I can't remember.
Like a pause?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably used it wrong.
We can look it up. What's our producer's name? Elysia.
Yeah.
Elysia, can you look up ellipse, please? She says it's wrong. That's weird.
I'm gonna fire her.
She's a volunteer. She's an intern, dude. She's struggling.
Community service.
She's struggling. Yeah, she's a criminal. I'm talking about you, Elysia. You knock it off.
Yeah.
Nobody's there.
No,
that's the funny part. We're talking to a...
Is that the funny part? Or is that just the sad truth?
Well, if you say it like that, then it's the sad truth. But you're supposed to laugh at your pain.
Welcome to therapy.
Yeah, welcome to therapy. I brought my notebook.
What if that was your like therapist point of view? Like you just got to laugh at the pain.
And I'm like, I already do that.
No, but like if you were like, you told them like something sad and they're like, well, this is how it's funny. Have you ever thought of it like this?
Have you ever thought about your brother dying like this?
Damn it.
I'm just trying to think like the most extreme thing that happened.
That happened to you. You brought up...
I know, but like, that's why I'm allowed to joke about it, but I'm not. See, I'm not joking, but like, think about if my therapist
You
said...
just made an honest statement about a horrible thing.
I know, but think about if my therapist said that. So like, let's think about your brother dying in this way. See how it's funny? And I go, no?
You're no longer the least favorite child.
Whoa, no, actually, I think when a sibling dies, they automatically become the favorite.
But they're no longer a child, they're an angel.
Whoa. What if you're like a shitty kid?
That's something I love about like crime documentaries where anyone gets murdered. They're like friends and family come up and they're like, you know, like she just lit up the room every time she walked in. Like no one's ever like, yeah, she was a bit of a cunt.
Dude, yeah, but they say the same thing about every person that gets murdered.
No, like just their smile. They had such a love of life.
And then when you go back and watch like the home videos, it's like, quit yelling. Like it's like I'm trying to. This child would
it's
not.
It's just a person, yeah.
I would not. People are annoying. Okay.
Do you think the average person's a good person?
Whoa, I think good intentions.
I think average is probably slightly good.
Well,
fuck, I don't know though.
Well, I think so because there's so many easy things you can do to like just fuck up everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like driving a car. There's like all these rules. You could easily just go on the other lane and hit somebody.
Well, yeah, but that's bad for you too. You could be a shitty driver on purpose and like cut people off, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but like most of the time people follow the rules
yeah.
And like there's so many things that we just do because we're good intentioned people.
Is that good intention or is that just you're trained? I mean, not like in a bad way, obviously, because it'd be bad to cut people off. It'd be bad to do like all these like small things that get you ahead in life.
But do they get you ahead?
In a way, like being a dick driver, like they get there faster.
Arguably. It is, dude. It is funny when you're driving and like someone's like really coming up fast, and they like cut you off, and then you end up right next to them at the stoplight.
And like I never know what to do.
And I always just look at them, and then when they look at me, I look away awkwardly. Like, it wasn't me looking at you.
Isn't it weird that humans have just such a need to look at the person next to them when you're driving
I gotta see who it is,
for no fucking reason?
even though they don't exist.
Right?
You
Yeah.
ever thought about that?
Yes,
thing?
but they look at you too.
And they're thinking the same thing.
Oh, I'm
Dude,
sure.
It is crazy. All the people that we pass by
Are people.
and they're living a
They
story.
They have a goal for what they're doing while driving. Like they're going somewhere to do something.
That's crazy.
The weirdest is when you like drive through a small town and you're like, oh, that house like raised families in it, and like that's their memories are there.
Yeah, I was doing some woodwork at a house in a super small town. That's like kind of an hour from here, and like it's weird being like, oh, this is like people live in this town.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was an old elementary school that's been converted into apartments,
Weird.
and people live in those apartments. Here's my thought: like when I was driving past like this apartment that was a school, because there's still like a playground and stuff from when it was a school. Can you imagine like living in that small town and like going to that elementary school and then becoming an adult and still live in that town and live there?
That would be fucking weird.
Dude, people that live in small towns usually stay in small towns.
Yeah.
So I bet there is somebody that's weird. Dude.
Yeah, like you grew up, went to that elementary school for 6 years, and then
now you live there
in one of your classrooms.
that they converted into an apartment. It's so weird. Like the outside looks like a school, and then they're just apartments.
There's one of those in this town too.
Oh, really?
Yep, because I've delivered to it before, and it's fucking weird.
But I guess like schools are big, so I guess they're easy to convert to apartments, because you got all those rooms already.
What about all the bathrooms
then when you
and
need-
stuff? Yeah,
Maybe it's communal bathrooms like a dorm, but there's no way. You'd have to.
I remember like I feel like young classrooms, but this is also a small town, so I doubt it. But I remember like my kindergarten class had its own bathroom.
Yeah, but the toilet size was for kids.
True.
Can you imagine if you moved into that
They
apartment
forgot to change it.
and you're just like, I'm gonna have to like squat.
I'm gonna destroy that.
It's like if I poop in that, it's gonna fill the whole thing. That is so like small town life versus big town life.
We're not even in big. I mean, I guess we're in big town. We're not in like big city.
We're in Des Moines, dude. Des Moines is like one of the biggest cities in Iowa.
Yeah, in Iowa though.
But like, yeah, I guess comparison. But like when I was growing up, my dad lived in a small town.
Okay.
So I'd go visit him, and it was always weird, just like the vibe difference
Yeah.
versus like Des Moines to a small town. I kind of liked it because everyone knew each other,
I don't like that.
but I liked it as an outsider coming in because I was like the fresh meat, and like
Okay.
everybody was like, "Oh, I want to hang out with him." Because,
Everyone knows you're new.
yeah, everyone
That
knows
is-
you're new
yeah.
and wants to hang out with you, and then you end up dating 4 girls from that town.
Nice.
And
And you're not allowed back.
yeah, it is weird. It is weird.
Does he still live there?
No.
Okay.
He moved. But my siblings went through high school in that town, and it's just crazy. Like,
Oh wow.
they had like a small grocery store, and like you would walk everywhere. And like during the summer, what everyone would do was go to the pool.
That's so weird because like in this town we have like 4 pools you can go to.
But I guess growing up in the big city, that was what some people did. They would go to the pool every day in the summer.
yeah.
But this is everybody in the town would be there because it was also connected to a park. So like people would be at the pool, or people would be playing baseball, or they'd be at the
So that'd
swing
be-
set.
You just see every person you loved and hated every day.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
It is weird because so many people have relationships and then they end up
Like they end.
they end
sometimes,
and
yeah.
then you still are, oh, I've known you since 2nd grade and we got to graduate together now, and it's like
with like
that's
30 people.
yeah,
probably.
that's so crazy because like when I was in high school, I dated a girl that went to a different school. So like when we broke up,
Yeah, in high school I only dated someone who went to a different school.
that's weird because when we broke up, like
never see him
never
again.
see him again. Mm-hmm. It's just weird, dude. Small town versus big town, and we're not even a big town in comparison.
We're a big town. We're not a city.
Yeah, can you imagine like Chicago or LA or something? Dude, I will say another thing. I'm glad we live in like a decently sized town.
Yeah.
Because when I go to like Chicago,
We're big enough for culture, which is all that
yeah,
matters.
and not big enough to annoy the fuck out of me.
right, yeah.
Because
you can
you can get places easily.
I could buy a house in the city.
Yeah. oh, you work on the other side of town? All right, I'll be there in 20 minutes.
Max. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like if you Chicago, LA, all right.
I mean, LA, it's hours.
I know people that live in LA and work and they have to their commute is like an hour and a half just there.
And it's like 4 miles.
Yeah.
That'd be so depressed. Like, just to
That's
like...
a full podcast. If you're listening to this in LA,
You'll have to listen to several episodes.
yeah, hopefully we're getting you through your drive. But like I can't even imagine. You got to plan your day around all that traveling.
Well,
but I
and,
guess
like-
they're probably used to it.
But like, the idea of being caught in traffic here, I have no idea how long it'll last. I cannot plan for like a rush hour traffic. But like,
Even then, it pisses me off, but it doesn't last that long.
you know, yeah, but what I'm saying is like at max it'll like set me off 15 minutes. But like there, you think if it's bad, it will set you off another hour.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get to work on time in those scenarios, I wonder? Like,
I think,
how can you plan far enough ahead?
I mean, I don't know. I've never actually been there. Mm-hmm. I do want to visit, but I know that I'm going to like Uber or take the subway. But it's just going to annoy me. That is going to annoy me because it's such a waste of time.
I love New York, their setup. But like
Well,
LA,
because you can take the subway.
yes, and it's underground and it's the same speed no matter what.
Yeah, and it's
nice.
all it shows up on time.
Yep.
You know, like
And-
if you take a bus in LA, it probably gets stuck in the same traffic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same with Ubers, and like then you're sitting with a stranger for hours.
But I know a lot of people that do take Ubers in like those big towns, and then that's how they get caught up on like content. They'll like
Yeah.
watch movies or and be on their phones or do work.
Yeah.
But it's like
I
that
like
sucks.
imagine like riding a school. I guess you're not using the interstate if it's a school bus in LA. I'm guessing they have just a shit ton of high schools everywhere.
Yeah, bro. Because in our area we have
Like
five or six.
Yeah,
which is
public ones.
crazy.
Yeah.
Public, and then there's private ones. Like that's crazy, dude. It's just weird, like thinking that other people have other lives.
like that are completely different.
Yeah, because it's like I have.
Well, imagine the people in the state just who run a farm every day,
Yeah, that is crazy because we live in a farm state.
and their home is their farm, is their work.
They wake up at the crack of dawn and go squeeze milk out of tits and get eggs out of chickens' butts. And I don't know how farm work.
I mean, you're close.
Yeah, but that's like they do that every day, and then they probably have amazing food.
Yeah,
'Cause they got the homegrown eggs and stuff.
and it's wild how much a farmland is worth.
yeah,
Like just like they are technically millionaires, but they will never live like one because they would rather have a farm.
well, yeah. If you sell the land, like I know,
Millions.
yeah, like the government's trying to get the land, to build more cities, and they're like, screw that. Oh, emergency, fly on by. Probably going to save a farmer.
Or we have an old folks home across the street, so sometimes they die.
Well, that's gotta be weird.
2 days ago, yeah.
2 days. Do you think, since it's so close, spirits, ghosts, are you into that kind of stuff?
I'm extremely into that kind
Well,
of
I know,
stuff,
but
yeah.
like, do you believe in it?
Yeah. I think I'm open to it. The idea of believing in any kind of afterlife just seems so idiotic because every option is open.
Yeah, and there's no real. So I like what you're saying. You're open to it.
Yeah, I mean, that's like I'm open to every religion because they're all so interesting and they all explain life in a different manner. But like,
But like fully 100% committing and believing in it.
I'm-
How do you? I can't even commit and believe in myself, and
Right,
I
yeah.
know I'm real.
no, like, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, how can you commit that much to something that you can't touch?
Yeah. But like,
No offense to religion or anything.
no,
yeah.
I mean, I think it's incredible that you're willing to base your entire life off of that. Because it's like some of the conversations that I've had with extremely religious people are like, they are not open to the idea that they could be wrong.
See, that's weird. I feel like
Well, I mean,
you should be open to it,
but if you're that deep in, how can you be? If you work for it, if you preach it,
And
if
I
you
guess-
if you try to spread it to other people, because like the crazy thing about people who preach to others is it's so respectful in the way of they're like, I don't want you to live in agony for eternity.
yeah, they're
I want you
they're
to be-
looking out for you.
I want you to be happy forever. But the fact that somehow that is so fucking annoying is insane.
It
That I
is.
don't want to hear
Well,
about your shit.
I mean, I get that religion is important to some people, and
It's
for
great
the
for a lot of
the
people.
most part, it makes your life better. It gives you purpose. It makes you act like a better person for the most
If
part.
you
know?
use it right,
If you use
yeah.
it right, I mean, there's
Which
extremists on everything,
Most
but
do, I feel like.
yeah, but it is weird. Like the goal, because I grew up in the church. I grew up going to church.
What?
But the goal,
What religion did you grow up as?
Lutheran. So it was
Okay.
like the chill Christianity.
Because I was raised Catholic.
not the chill Christianity.
I love that nobody says they're Catholic. Everyone says I was raised Catholic. I think that's
Why is it
so
'cause
funny.
Catholic is so like
Which I like
strict.
how hardcore it is, because I went to a mega church recently, and I remember to like promote the religion, they showed like a montage of movie moments that like kind of showed Christianity, but there's like bits of Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, and
That's what we used to do. We would watch movies and then talk
and
about
pick out the Jesus in it. And like for us, we're like, no, look at Jesus. He's being whipped and he is dying.
Yeah,
for
dude,
you.
the Catholics-
For you piece of shit, sitting there on the ground. He knows what you did and he still died for you. Fucking respect. Like that
go in the room and confess your sins to the priest.
Yeah, and then eat his skin because he died for you.
Eat his skin and drink his blood.
And like,
Okay, that's communion is really cool and all that because you get a drink underage at church because that was
shitty wine.
I know, but like think about the weird thing is like you eat his flesh and then drink his blood and
because that's a big part of Catholicism.
why would you drink his blood?
Because he said that at the Last Supper. He wanted you to.
Is he a cannibal? Like what?
No, he wants everyone else to be.
See, that's like the weird thing if you really like analyze it. It's like drink my blood.
A lot of Christians, like subsects, say it's a symbol.
Yeah, it stands for a symbol of his blood, but you're still.
But Catholics are no. They're like,
oh, it's actually his blood.
yeah, when the priest says the prayer, it becomes his flesh, and this chalice full of wine and backspit from the entire congregation.
Yeah, because in Catholics,
you drink out of one.
you drink out of one cup. At the Lutherans, we all have individual like shot glasses of wine.
Oh, where it looks like the jelly packets at Perkins.
Yeah, and then you just do a shot and put it in like a cup when
Which is so weird.
Dude, I like the tradition and like the.
I need it hardcore.
I mean, it is called communion, but like the communion of drinking out of one cup as a congregation.
It's
like that's cool.
Yeah, because it's a chalice. It's not like a little piece of plastic that's probably not
But it is
recyclable.
disgusting.
Oh, for sure. And the priest feeds you the wafer by hand.
He puts it in your mouth.
Sometimes, yeah. Or you have to cup your hands a specific way.
Yeah, we always did like the two-handed offering.
But you have to do like your non-dominant hand on top. So you're right. Like I'm right-handed.
so
You're
then
supposed to
you
put
would-
your left hand on top. You receive it in your left and eat it with your right. Like it's
They're
wild.
that strict.
I mean, I remember being trained that because I went through first Eucharist, communion, and then I was, what's it called when you get
Baptized? That's like super young. When you,
Oh, okay. So maybe it goes, I feel.
because I got
baptism?
baptized when I was a baby, but I mean,
And then
I didn't grow up at Catholic.
Right.
so-
Yeah. Baptism at childhood, and then communion must be the big one where you choose like a saint's name to watch over you.
Oh wow, we didn't do any of that.
Yeah. And like it's a whole ceremony. I remember my sister was my sponsor in it. And
You didn't have a sponsor like AA?
yeah, it's like a more religious person. And at the time she was.
Is that to like help you guide on?
I
Keep
guess.
you on the path?
Yeah, but like I think everyone just chooses a member of their family because they don't know. And I remember and it was like a big thing, like you wore a nice suit. And when I was standing for because anything Catholics do, they throw a full mass with it.
And how long is that? Like hours?
An hour, yeah.
Oh, I always like the joke that if you missed mass, don't worry, it's still going on.
Yeah.
I think it's a Jim Gaffigan joke because he was raised Catholic.
Yeah. I think he is Catholic.
Yeah, that makes sense. He has like 7 kids. And...
Yeah. No, but I remember during my I feel like it's confirmation. There's communion, then confirmation.
Oh, confirmation, like you're confirming your belief as a...
Yeah, so
Yeah,
communion...
and you have to stand in front of the whole congregation.
That's when you have a sponsor and stuff. Communion's just the first time you get to like eat the
But
bread
I had to
and-
do something special for communion.
Yes. No, there's first communion and then we have confirmation, which is older. And then I remember during my confirmation, while I was standing for mass, I locked my knees. And I remember like going to my sister and be like, I'm about to black out. And at this point, like in the middle of a Catholic mass, I mean, that to me is like, is there something wrong with me demonically?
No.
Like I was terrified that like something spiritual was wrong with me that I couldn't finish this.
It's crazy that, because you've lived through that. But in my head, I was seeing it as the other way. It was like you took in the Holy Spirit so much that it was collapsing your body. And like the priest would be like,
This
he
child.
gets it, and now he will rise again, or something. I don't know how.
Yeah, 3 seconds later, I rise.
Yeah, 3 days later he rose. Jacob rose 3 seconds later.
Take that, Jesus.
We're gonna get so many hate comments from the fake accounts that are me.
Oh, right, yeah, all the Christians that will watch this or listen to this.
Yeah, I don't think a Christian. Okay, there's a lot of people that are religious, but I don't think like a super hardcore Christian person's
Right,
gonna
yeah.
click
Like-
on a podcast called Moist Monday.
Like an evangelical.
An evangelical, dude. Religion is a really interesting topic.
I love it because, like, if I was to finish like a university, I feel like I would have gotten a degree in religion just because that's
Just
the
like
only-
religious studies or like
yeah, and I would not been able to use it, but like I love the idea of it because it's also
dude, it's cool and
it's a great oral history.
it if you like really look at all the religions, they all have the same basic
I mean,
structure, like be a good person.
the big three are exactly the same.
And it's just like the stories that are different and
Yeah, but with the same message, and a lot of them contain the same stories, like Judaism, Islam, and Christianity. They're all derived from the same
same
person.
base.
I mean, all start with
Jesus?
Abraham. No,
Oh,
Abraham or like Moses. I can't remember who the first one is. Abraham, right?
Abraham, yeah.
Because he had the two sons, right? Yeah.
He was also a character in The Walking Dead.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then like the three just like kind of divert from that because like
It is
Judaism ends with before Jesus because they don't believe he's the second coming, and then Muslims believe that he was just a prophet, and they believe that Muhammad was the last prophet. So it's just like kind of like just different tiers, and then there's Mormon, where they say no, there was more prophets after this
Yeah, see, that's where it's interesting though.
because they're basically
It's very interesting.
because like Mormons think that like it's a trilogy and the Bible's in the middle, or the New
Whoa.
Testament's in the middle,
So
and then there's the
so
newest.
the New
Testament.
Testament is A New Hope. And then I'm trying to think, wait, is that the fifth Star Wars movie, A New Hope? Or is that a
No,
Return of the
that's-
Jedi?
No, it goes New Hope, Return of the Jedi.
So the
Oh,
New
shit, I
Testament
don't
is
know.
Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, and the Old Testament is just New Hope, where it's just Star Wars. And like the way, all right, my description is
a
the way
trilogy.
Judaism looks at it is they're back when Episode 4 was just called Star Wars. They're like, nah, this is it.
Yeah, this is it.
I don't care about the rest of it.
It's like, and the Mormons are like, hey, guess what? We're on Disney Plus putting out shit that just like,
Yeah, they're like,
the
have you heard of
Have you heard of the Mandalorian?
No, I was gonna say Metachlorians.
I mean, that kind of is, it's a whole universe. But here's what's weird thing is like, because we both grew up Christian, is like,
I still like Christianity in
it's-
general.
I'll go to like the church Christmas service
went to
and Easter.
Easter,
I
yeah.
go to the big ones with my family because they're super religious.
Are they still?
Yeah, my grandpa is super.
Okay, yeah.
And my mom is super,
I imagine
which is
you're
good because it gives them. My sisters are not.
Yeah, I imagine so.
I feel like this generation is kind of being like, here's how we grew up. I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this is the generation, our age group, where we're like questioning things.
sure, yeah.
But one thing
In a
that
way
always,
that not a lot of others did, I feel like.
yeah, because I feel like,
But also, I feel like it's just a sign of the times because, like, my parents have questioned it.
yeah,
Like, I feel like a lot of people have kind of
it could be just the
it.
times. But like, I feel like back in the day, obviously we were young or we want to lie, but it was just like this structure. Like you grew up, got a job, went to church.
It was
what I mean?
it was your community, yeah.
But here's one thing that I never really fully understood as like a Christian,
Yeah.
and it's such like an important part of it. Maybe it's explained. Maybe you'll know the answer to this.
Okay.
But like our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is Jewish.
Yes.
How does? But like I'm very confused by that.
because he was Jewish, and then like because that was he kind of ended Judaism
And then started Christianity.
with
he
his
started-
death,
So a different religion started when he died.
or like
Like,
what he
that's,
because
see,
what
that's,
he,
that's what's always confusing to me is like,
I guess what he was preaching was technically Christianity because the Jewish people don't believe in what he was preaching.
but Jesus is still a part of the Jewish story.
Probably not. I doubt it.
We are two people that you know a lot more about religion than me, but I'm just like asking the questions. You know?
Yeah,
'Cause it is weird that like
'Cause I've never finished.
Jesus is, like,
the
our
Torah.
guy.
I've read a lot of it, but I've never like finished it. But it's also a lot of the Jewish books are just the Old Testament. I think like they kind
just
of
modifications of it or something.
or the original maybe where we modified it to be like, hey. And
I guess that makes
and
sense
then-
'cause
and then this
Christianity
guy
comes
shows
after.
up. Yeah,
And this guy shows up, and then it's AD, and now it's BC.
that's incredible. Can you imagine having a time renamed after
Yeah,
you,
dude.
Because like,
The year is 2022. It goes back
After-
to the year, after Jesus is dead.
and then it counts backward.
That's what's crazy is
They
this
had
is-
time
this
before
isn't
that.
Even, this isn't even religion. The entire world knows it's 2022,
Mm-hmm.
and it's based off his death. Is that really what we go back to? Is
I
that
mean,
really zero?
Well, because I think there's some.
So then it's like
because there's some talk
Something's got to
because
be real.
BC means, or they claim it means before Christ. I think there's a more like Latin technical
Yeah,
term.
but that's what we always say: is before Christ, after death.
Which means there would be like 36 years of no time between his birth and his death.
Whoa, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like
So what was the year then?
I don't know.
They didn't have calendars.
But they had to keep track of it because I know it was who was it? It was Julius Caesar adopted the 12-month calendar, I'm pretty sure.
Whoa.
Because July is named after him and August is named after Augustus Caesar.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But because like if you think of it, October, oct means 8.
8th month.
But it's the 10th month because he threw in 2 more in the middle.
Oh, October's 8th. No, it's the 10th.
Nope, it is the 10th.
You tricked me.
Yep.
So another weird thing that always like questions me is like Hallmark, obviously, no, hear me out. Hallmark, like, I blame a lot of holidays on Hallmark, so they sell cards.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But like, if you think of like the Christian holidays, Easter, Christmas, it's known fact that those aren't the real days that happened. So why, like, how did those days get picked? And like, these holidays are more than just religion based because a lot of people celebrate Christmas. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's like a Hallmark holiday.
I know Christmas. This is what they say. I haven't really researched this specifically, but a lot of people claim this. Christmas was placed late December to kind of like take the focus off of the solstice, which was a pagan tradition.
The winter solstice.
Yeah.
But I thought he was like born like in the summertime.
Yeah, I think he was like born in July or whatever.
Yeah. Well, 4th of July. He was born independence, dude. America.
Birth of America.
Yeah, AD.
Easter, I have no idea.
Yeah, but it's just there's so many like weird. It could be because I'm just like curious and I question things.
Sure. But not enough to look it up.
Not enough to look it up, just because I don't like think about this stuff in my day to day. I'm just like in the moment with you right now talking about it. But it is weird. And it's weird that like I spent so much time as a young kid / teenager going to church.
Going through the motions, believing. I remember praying every night.
I used to wear a shirt that says, it was blue and it says, I believe, and I wore it. I would go to wear it at school and stuff.
Wow.
And it was like our youth group shirt.
We both have a cross tattooed on us.
Yeah, true, for different reasons. But so that's why I say, like, when people ask me, I'm like, sort of.
I like the idea.
And I just say, because I have a cross tattooed on me, so it's like I can't completely diminish the fact. And like,
my mom got her cross tattoo covered.
She covered it.
Yeah, with a palm tree.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll cover mine because it's in honor of my brother who I already mentioned earlier on in the episode.
Bringing him back.
It's a joke, but it wasn't a joke. That's real serious stuff.
He's dead.
Whoa, now that's funny. The way you said that. It's been a while. I'm allowed to laugh. But religion is crazy. And like,
I mean, some people are willing to die for it. Like the idea of that, in a way, I admire it because it's so like their faith is so fucking strong.
Yeah, that is
in the
who
unknown.
that is who they are as a person.
It's unquestionable.
That is their purpose in life. So it gives people like a purpose, but like, what's your purpose? To show up every week?
I mean,
to read more books about it.
And like, what if there is an afterlife and you find out, we were all wrong, which is the most like. I would imagine if there is an afterlife, we probably don't know what it is.
No, we have no idea. But I remember...
I mean, like, every guess we've ever taken has to be wrong because...
I'm sure one of them's right.
No, because, like, if you think of the idea of an afterlife, it's infinite possibilities.
I know, so I'm sure one person somewhere got it right. Like, have you ever seen The Good Place?
Yeah, or I know of it.
There's, like, a scene where... they go like this one guy when he was super high got it right.
Oh,
and
really?
They have like him
cool.
like so that's funny.
Ooh, because actually a afterlife thought I had recently was just because the world's in kind of an unknown spot right now.
It's a little chaotic right now.
If you believe in when you come back to life,
reincarnation.
Yes, thank you. Reincarnation. Does that include other planets? If we destroy life on Earth and nothing is born.
Whoa. So that's another weird thing is like, we're just talking about Earth and we have all these religions on Earth and we have all these beliefs, but like, there's so many planets. Mm-hmm. There's so many, dude, we're going all over the board, but
sure.
Moist Monday.
Yeah.
There's gotta be something out there.
There's
gotta
for
be
sure.
someone
in an endless universe. Yeah.
Yeah. Cause it keeps going. There's gotta be someone else out there talking about doing a podcast talking? Or do you think podcasts
Or they
exist?
just, I mean, they might just be past it by now. At some point, I imagine they reached this type of
Yeah,
entertainment.
I do feel like the people that are out there are further advanced.
I mean, that's if they're coming here is the idea behind that. Otherwise, it's probably just random fluctuations of where they're at in society.
Yeah,
There's also idea that we've reached past this moment in our current society and it just ended. That's like the people who honestly believe in Atlantis.
What do you mean? So we're just in like purgatory?
No, like the idea of Atlantis, because some believe it's actually existed, and I think they claim it's like an underwater island off of Ireland now.
I know of Atlantis, but
Well,
I don't
like
know
the
like
idea of it,
I don't know
yeah.
like what's the story of
I
Atlantis?
mean, like,
it's like the lost world or something.
Yeah, the conspiracy theory is that it was like a hyper intelligent society that was like way beyond where we are currently, and that just something happened and it ended it, I think.
Weird.
I mean, there's also theories that like aliens brought us here, and like that was the start of our
Yeah, because
our
some
evolution.
scientists think that there was an explosion and then the Earth was created, like the Big Bang, right? Isn't that the story? Basically, the story.
Because I think
Where it
it's
was like this tiny explosion and then bam,
yeah, of just
we're here.
of like endlessly dense properties that eventually exploded. I mean, because it's the Big Bang theory because you technically can't prove it because you can't recreate it. So
Yeah,
it's
everything's
forever
a
a
theory.
theory. Yeah.
But I also like to think like Area 51 and like all like this secret high tech government stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like they have so much like science stuff and technology stuff that we can't even wrap our heads around.
Sure.
And like they're slowly leaking it. Like think about like I've talked about this with Wes a lot. Is like think about like there was no internet, there was no phones, and then all of a sudden within like 5-10 years we have smartphones with internet. Like it's just like
Well, 'cause
it came so fast.
Earliest internet was 80s, right?
Yeah, but like
or that was earliest
but
computer.
like think about before that happened.
I
like,
mean, within 20 years for sure.
it's so quick, and then but like before that it was like radio,
Yeah.
and then we got a black and white TV. But like the evolution of technology is so quick.
It is technology.
Like it's like I feel like they had this stuff and they're like, okay, now the public can have it,
technology has for sure evolved faster than humanity has, and
and
some
we can't. And
no, because some claim that's why depression is so extreme nowadays, is because we weren't ready for this.
I mean that would make sense because
Like,
you have constant just everything in front of you, and you see all these happy people, or you see all this fake shit.
And there's a number counting of how many people like the idea that you're happy right now.
Yeah, you
Or
post
that
you post a fake selfie of you smiling, wait for people to like it while you're crying.
you
know
see
what I mean?
how many people like
I mean,
your face, which is insane.
we both are guilty of doing it.
Oh,
we,
for sure.
We post to
No.
get likes and attention, and then when it doesn't do well, we get upset.
Yeah, and I
that's
figure out ways to like maneuver the internet to get a little bit more attention.
And that's
disgusting.
Like, that's disgusting and it's stupid, but that's the society we live in. Like,
And
we started a podcast and we're going to be upset by the numbers probably.
oh, for sure, yeah.
and it's like
no
why
one's
aren't
gonna listen?
why aren't people listening to us talk about this? Because who cares?
Yeah, no, and because there's millions of podcasts now.
Oh, dude, everyone's starting a podcast. So
And
what makes us special?
Oh, nothing.
We don't even have a niche topic. Like that's
It's all of them.
you know what I mean? Like, but I think that's what makes our podcast cool and different.
Different. There's so many people who saying the exact same fucking thing,
Yeah.
and it's two guys drinking alcohol.
Yeah, it's
two white men.
Two white men that think they know everything. Let's talk about religion. Let's talk about freaking aliens. Let's talk about drinking. Let's talk about going to McDonald's and being upset that they closed 10 minutes early. Nothing matters. I'm depressed. No, I'm just kidding. Dude, okay, speaking of that though, I do want that kind of ties in like so last time we talked, I started medication,
Okay.
which is pretty cool.
Has it kicked in yet?
So I feel like this, I mean, it could be because I go through ebbs and flows of depression, but I started taking it and I feel like I was in like this longer, heavier funk than I've ever been in.
I
where
noticed
was
it last week.
Over
yeah.
days, and I'm just like, this fucking sucks. And then today I do finally feel better. I've been on it for about a week and a half. I know it takes a couple weeks to kick in.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because the weather was nice today.
That's also, I'm sure, part of it.
There's so many things that go into it, but it's like, man, that really sucked. And maybe, I don't know if that's a thing, like you start taking it and your body's getting used to it, so then you feel more depressed and it's going to counterbalance. It's weird, but I am super hopeful.
Good.
for like I'm taking it every day. You know, I
I
haven't
mean,
missed
in
a
a
day.
way, it has to be a little bit just like what you think of it is how it applies.
It's kind of I feel like it kind of is placebo.
a little bit, but there's also like
Once
chemicals
once it
yeah.
fully kicks in, it is chemicals affecting your brain.
So I imagine every medicine is slightly placebo just because of how bad you hope it works the way you want it to.
Well, yeah, because you take medicine in order to get better or feel different or
Yeah.
So you kind of trick yourself. Like I wonder what would happen. I mean, obviously people do it for fun, but like if you take something that you don't really know,
Yeah.
that will it affect you as strong as someone taking it that they do know what it does? That'd be a weird study.
Yeah.
But I feel like that would have to be like an over time study, and that might not be healthy for bodies.
And also the idea is, I mean, for like depression medication, everybody's depression is so fucking different.
Yeah. But no one's going to take depression medicine for fun. No one's going to party with depression medicine.
Fair.
I was thinking of like, party drugs like
Yeah.
Adderall or something like that.
If like one person took
Folklore.
Adderall, one person took ecstasy,
No, I just mean like if two people took Adderall over like a week span,
and one person knew it was Adderall,
one person knew it was Adderall, one
and the other
person
person thought it was like a vitamin.
just didn't know what it was, would they? But everyone reacts to it differently though. So I don't know
Yeah,
if
'cause
that could be.
Adderall's a big, like, like it depends if you actually have the mental disorder.
Yeah, it just that would be fascinating, dude. But it is crazy that like science and doctors like made these things that are fucking chalk, basically, that can rewire and manipulate your brain.
Yeah,
like that's
like-
crazy, dude. Like little things that you just ingest. I mean, alcohol does it. Like that's weird.
That's like a big liquid, and I know how it's made.
Yeah, but how does it work?
I don't know.
I get that there's alcohol in it that makes you drunk, but like that's how did they discover
'Cause
that? And
something
I think
else
it was
was-
on like a ship or something, but that sounds right. Like they were on a ship and they drank something and they felt drunk and they were like, "Oh, alcohol."
A ship?
Yeah,
Alcohol's been
coming
super
to
old.
America.
Jesus drank alcohol.
Wine. It's his blood.
Yeah.
Full circle. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh, something I was curious. I actually thought about this today. So, like, if I drink, you can test my blood alcohol level.
Yeah.
Let's say I only drink orange juice. Is there a blood orange juice level?
Oh, probably because of the acidic acid and like the.
Like,
But is there a breathalyzer for orange juice?
they haven't made one, but would it be possible? Like, is anything you ingest in your blood, or is it alcohol something special?
Yeah, and how does alcohol get in your blood?
And yeah,
Yeah, that's weird. Like if I drank nothing but milk.
do you have a blood milk level?
Yeah, and like would that if I drank milk like I drank alcohol, how would I feel?
I'm just wondering,
Bloated.
does it show up in your blood like alcohol does?
Yeah, I don't know because people I don't know if it's true anymore, but people say like milk's good for the bones and like
Well, that's just vitamins and shit like that.
yeah, that's weird, dude. That's a crazy thought.
I just wonder if other liquids show up in your blood.
I'm sure they do cuz like if when you drink water, you feel healthier, your skin looks better. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so that obviously is doing something, but I don't know if that's in your blood. Obviously if you drink too much water, you can die from it.
Yeah.
But that's just because you're drowning, I feel like, from the inside. I don't know how. I know you can drown or you can die from too much water.
Yeah,
But
'cause-
is that because you're drowning or is that because your organs are drowning?
I
Like,
think part of it is also your stomach's only supposed to hold so much.
well, I drank a gallon of milk.
Yeah, which is supposed to be impossible, but you did it.
I
I
did
saw
it.
it.
And
And you didn't throw up.
your stomach, most stomachs are a half gallon,
Holy shit. And how long did it take you to drink a gallon?
like 30 minutes. Dude, I felt like complete. Okay, I'll tell the story.
Yeah.
So I used to have a YouTube channel back in the day when I was in high school, and we did like the gallon challenge, and me and my buddy did it, and he threw up, but he did finish it. Like he what's that? Puked and rallied or whatever,
Yeah.
boot and rally or whatever. He finished his. I drank mine. Did it in about 30 minutes. Didn't throw up. Oh my! Dude, I could feel, no joke. I could feel the milk running through the intestines, like
Yeah.
like fast, vroom, like they were on a mission, dude, from God. Like, and I remember going to the bathroom. This is gonna be very graphic, so maybe skip ahead 30 seconds. But I remember going to the bathroom like after I got it done, because I was like, my stomach doesn't feel right. Straight milk came out of my butt, no joke. And then while I'm sitting there, straight milk. Like I looked down the toilet, it's milk. Like that's a weird. I'm like, what is happening? I can feel it running through my intestines. Straight milk's coming out of my butt, and then my nose started to bleed, dude. No joke. Like I'm looking at this milk, and then my nose just starts dripping. Like it's not even dripping. It's a full stream of blood coming down my face, and I'm like, I literally felt. I was like, my insides.
You were dying.
Yeah, I feel like I was dying. I feel like my insides have given up and they quit because the milk.
Too much dairy.
And and what's that yeah, so Pepto-Bismol, that like pink stuff.
Yeah.
I got one of those because my stomach hurt so bad.
Sure.
And I had it in my back pocket and was drinking it because it was my birthday. And I went out.
Really?
Because I went out to dinner that night to Red Robin with my stepmom and my siblings, and I had to keep going to the bathroom to poop out milk. And I was drinking Pepto-Bismol, and I obviously wasn't hungry, but I was like trying to eat something because I was like, maybe we'll soak up the milk. Like it was a very weird, interesting. I just will never forget that, dude. I literally felt like I was dying.
You have video of it.
Oh my! Not the end part.
Right,
I
yeah.
had video of me completing it. Oh my god, that was crazy, dude.
I didn't know that was your birthday.
Yeah, it was. I don't think we actually did on my birthday, but we were celebrating my birthday that night.
Oh, okay.
Because they drove up because they lived in a small town, you know.
Yeah, because I remember I was around that night.
Because I remember it was a
popping in,
Friday.
watching
It was
you.
a Friday night. Oh my god, that was. I'm like sweating thinking about that.
I can't believe you beat the gallon challenge.
Yeah, it was. Oh, dude, we did so much stupid shit when we were younger.
Yeah, and we still do. I'm trying to make a career out of it.
Yeah, but not like drinking a gallon of milk or eating a dozen cupcakes. You're not doing that kind of stupid shit.
No, instead I lit my face on fire yesterday.
I guess that's more dangerous
yeah,
than just
no, it's
ingesting.
I had to shave because my face was on fire yesterday.
Yeah, that's true. We've just evolved and changed, but we're still doing stupid shit.
Yeah, it's all on video.
Dude, so that gallon challenge story kind of like reminded me of another story where I thought I was going to die.
Okay.
Because I did something like, I don't even know what happened. So I made this short film for like this film competition.
Okay.
And it was like this horror film. I made it by myself. It's called Voices. I don't know if you ever saw it.
I don't think so.
It's starring only me, like most of my stuff.
Sure.
But I like get home and no one's home. And I'm like, oh, sweet. And then all of a sudden I start hearing voices. And it like gets really chaotic and like the TV starts turning on and it's like I'm being like attacked. But it's voices in my head.
Okay.
Like I'm like freaking out. And then I don't remember. I did this when I was in high school, so I don't remember exactly what happened. But I remember like I'm freaking out and I'm in the bathroom like screaming, like, get out of my head, leave me alone. And then it like cuts to black, and then there's like a flash real quick of me laying on the bathroom floor with blood coming out of my eyes.
Okay.
And like it's a real quick flash, and then it ends. It's like, oh, he died. So it's fucked up. But
sounds like an okay short film.
yeah, it was. But I mean, I did it by myself back in the day, and I was trying to make movies, but I didn't know how to do fake blood, and I didn't know you could buy fake blood. So I made fake blood.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just gonna say
So I cut my eyes.
Yeah, I was like,
No. So my girlfriend at the time helped me do this. We used ketchup, red food coloring, and maybe like flour, and made like this bloody mixture.
Okay.
And I like put it on my face, so it was running down.
Yeah.
And then I remember like it started like seeping into my skin.
What?
And I all of a sudden no, this is real life, dude. I'm not making this up.
You've not told me the story.
I got like all of a sudden pale.
Yeah.
I started sweating and I felt dizzy. And I tried washing it off and it's stained my skin. And I like couldn't. I literally like couldn't. I felt like I was gonna pass out.
Just for a like split second of film.
Yeah, I don't know like what exactly happened, but like went in my skin and like my body reacted badly to it. But like I remember, no joke, it like stained my face. Like I wiped it off and I had like these 4 streaks going down my face of like this. It was scary, dude. But obviously it came out and it's gone and I'm fine. Well, ish. But like, dude, I literally thought I was gonna die. Because like I had like this blood stain on my face and just that feeling of like my head I was spinning, I was pale white. I mean, I've had that a few times like when I get tattoos and stuff.
But those are like normal things you put on your face still.
I know, and it was just a weird.
Was there anything weird that
I don't remember, dude.
Okay.
I don't remember. We made this weird concoction that we put on my face, and it was terrifying, and all for a stupid short film. That
was it worth it?
Maybe for like the story and like,
Sure.
And it was cool. Like I was just trying things,
Yeah.
I was just trying things.
Because I just bought fake blood that I'm able to use.
Yeah, I was so like DIY
Right.
and just.
But you still like had to buy ketchup and food coloring.
Well,
and
that's
shit.
just what we had in my kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Also, I didn't have a car.
True.
So I was just like, I'm going to do this film right now. I was very impatient. I was like, we got to film right now.
Because you were rather impatient or procrastinating. Like there was no in between.
There was no. I remember making a video about procrastinating.
Yeah, and you never.
And I
Finished it.
never
Yeah.
finished it, dude.
Because that was for a school project, wasn't it?
I never finished it. It was like, it like started off with me like typing, and it was like I was gonna do like a school project.
Yeah.
That was like and then it just showed me doing things instead of that, and then I never finished the project itself. So that'd be funny to kind of find it and then like go back to it, and like make a short film about that film, and
The making of.
the making of a procrastination film that never got made, and then it's a documentary.
Or even just because of how different you look now, if you just finished it.
Yeah, if I just finished it, like I just like wake up off the floor and be like, "Damn, I've been sleeping a long time. I gotta finish this paper." That'd be really funny.
Yeah, because you were probably like 17.
and it was
with
in
dyed
my
hair.
it was in my high school bedroom where it was just smothered in posters. And,
Yeah, and that house is sold now.
yeah, there'd be no way I could recreate it, but I could probably green screen it.
Or
And that would
just do it
no, I
from where
think
you're
just
at.
do it, just be like, "Oh my god, I've been asleep.
I gotta finish this.
I gotta finish it," and then it just put the end.
But do you know what you don't have to finish?
What?
This Moist Monday.
Whoa, that's because it's over. It's the end of the Moist
It's like,
Monday.
you do have to finish it.
Yeah, we do have to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. Happy Moist Monday, everyone. Hopefully you moisten those lips, moisten those hips, and harden those nips. That's what you were.
That's what we're going with.
We're still working on it. If you guys like the podcast, leave us a review. That'd be cool. And follow us on social media. We have an Instagram. We have a TikTok. And if you want to follow our personals, I'm at Diabetes Dude on everything.
I'm Jacob the Freak on Instagram. And it's just Moist Monday podcast.
Yeah, it's just Moist Monday podcast on everything. So please like and follow and keep it moist, baby. Keep it moist. Cheers, man.
Cheers. Hold that thought.
Awkward.